So, hello everyone. This is Otessa, and you are listening to Conversations with Hysterical Women. That's Women with an X, the Hysterical Women podcast, where you are all welcome here, friends, allies, everywhere across the rainbow, across the binary. I'm just really glad to have you be here. And this is meant to be a safe space to explore all of the weird things that life throws at us and all of the different ways in which we can be twisted and torn asunder, but also all the different ways that we can come back together. So, thank you for listening, and I'm glad that you're here. And gonna be cheesy, but comment, like, subscribe.
Hi, I'm Charlie Birney, one of the founders of Podcast Village, and I'm delighted to be talking on the Conversations with Hysterical Women podcast.
So my first question is, how are you really? I would like to have a radical asking of a question that I feel has become invisible.
Wow. Whoa. So, yes, the question you mean because everybody just tosses it off?
You know, like, I'm fine.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine. How are you? Right?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Great, even when you're not great.
I am always overwhelmed, pretty much always amazed, and always a little tired because of, life, my mom and dad thing I probably alluded to. So, I'm always overwhelmed because there's so much stuff going on in life and also here at the studio, so many things going. We were just talking about multitasking. So many projects going on that it's overwhelming. So I'm a little overwhelmed at times. I'm always amazed at all the creativity in the world, especially here because we really are a creativity sort of factory. And I'm just always amazed at all the cool stuff going on. And then I'm a little down. My mom and dad are very elderly and very infirmed. So there's an honest answer to your question.
Thank you. So now, based on your honest answer to that question, I'm actually
I wouldn't give that to a lot of people, but I would tell Otessa that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And it's a hard question.
It is not an easy question. Now that you've made a thing about it, now that you've really pushed it into the middle of the table.
So
okay.
now,
Yes.
Based on that, I often have to go out of order with my questions. So, work-life balance. I feel like it has been talked about and talked about and talked about. So
what's your question?
The question is, do you think it is actually possible? And if so, how?
What is possible to have a good work-life balance? Mm-hmm. This gets back to what you and I were talking about in this, because we're never really home, right? We're never really not available. So especially if you're starting your own business, running your own concern, you're pushing your own initiative, you're helping someone get elected, I don't think there's ever really an off switch. So I don't know what the new work-life balance really is. I keep saying to Oscar, I hope we can find some time to take off, but there really isn't any time because the news cycle is so frenetic, because everything, even outside of the news cycle, is so frenetic. How many alerts do I get on my phone today about traffic accidents for the areas that I drive in and the weather for the areas that I drive in? So I don't know. It's a great question. I do not have an answer. I work ridiculously long hours and 7 days a week, but I'm in startup mode. So I kind of give myself a little leeway on that. But I can tell you my family is like, you're never home, So, but in general, if it was 4 years from now and everything was normal, if there is a normal, right? There is no normal. I think we work too much, Oscar just got married less than a year ago, and guess what? They didn't take a honeymoon.
Wow.
They haven't taken any vacation at all.
And I didn't mean to cut you off.
And that's very normal now, I think.
Yeah. But I think when I asked about work-life balance, was I correct that you answered, you mean work?
Yeah.
Did I get that? Yeah. That seems real, because the more that we are asking this question, the more that I'm asking this question, the more I am starting to feel that this is
work life. Life is work.
It doesn't. No one has it.
Yeah.
No one has it, and now I'm starting to think, is it possible? And maybe the real question is, what do we need to be doing to make work-life balance possible? Because no one seems to have it.
I don't know. Certainly not in the political cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has it. It's a great question. I don't have any wisdom for you on it, though. It's a great question.
No one does.
We all are driven so by all the forces that we've created around us that maybe we don't feel we can relax. I don't know. I worry that. I'm 57. I would like to feel that I could slow down at some point, but I don't see it happening soon. because everything is happening.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to grab it, you know. So I don't have a good answer. I know that, and I don't know about the two of you, but when I go home, I sometimes I know I've got a couple hours, I just turn off,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and put the phone down and deal with it, you know, at 6 a.m. or whatever. And sometimes you feel a little guilty about that, and sometimes not,
Right.
you know.
I was about to ask you, do you ever
Yeah.
feel like a sense of guilt? Because I know for
Well,
me, I feel.
Especially when someone catches up with you and you check at 6 a.m. and they were trying to get a hold of you at 11 4 times, you know. But why should we be doing that?
Yeah, the reality.
Allowing ourselves to be able to be accessed at 11 o'clock is incorrect in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because we really aren't. We have to have time. You and I have to have time alone with our families and with our friends, or watching a movie, or having s'mores, right? S'mores is good. S'mores is fun.
But we've kind of
Um,
gotten to the point where if you want to have s'mores and if you're going to take a quote unquote digital detox,
Mm-hmm.
you have to alert people first. You have to put something on social media that says, I'm doing a digital detox this weekend. Or you have to actually put an auto response on your email saying that I will be unavailable. Because otherwise, the expectation is that
You are available.
you are
The
always
expectation-
available.
I think that's the subset of your conversation. The expectation is we are always working.
Yeah.
And the light switch is always on. And we haven't really thought about it. So it's a good thing that you're asking the question, because we haven't really focused on the reality of that in a while. There is no work-life balance